Yeah, hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Smart School Growth Bootcamp July edition. Before I get started, I would like to play a quick video for you. Hold on.
My name is Nena Anametu. I'm the proprietress Treasure School Enugu State, Nigeria, located at 2 Awoda Crescent, Achara Layout. Our school started operation 5 years ago, and since then we have been growing in size. So a time came in our school, we were looking for to see how we can actually introduce a system. We are not anywhere in the world. Nobody knew where Treasure Nest was. You can never go online and you click on Treasure Nest, any information will come out. So actually looking for a website and looking for how we can integrate our result there. That was how I started going out looking for schools. See, I discovered Smart School in Enugu, owned by Mr. Chinonso. And since that day, it has been a beautiful experience. At Treasure Net School, we use Smart School technology. It's all-in-one school management software that's actually impacted so much in our school. It has made result formulation quite easy. It has also made the teachers, we have an online attendance. It has made assignments. It has even made lesson notes implementation and writing for the teachers much easier. So it's all in one software for school management that's really impacted in a positive way in our school administrative processes. Let me see, Smart School, the most beneficial for our school operation has been the results. Those days we used to have this sketchy results sheet that has it was not looking that professional, that attractive, and most of the time there were mistakes in calculation. But with Smart School, the results are being cumulated the way it ought to be. The calculation is actually accurate, and then we get our results, and the parents are really happy about it. And the fun thing about it is the photos of the children appearing with the results. That is the best. And another thing, the feature, and I love is the CBT. The CBT is really a smart, it's really a smart school process that I love because it allows you to actually time the question for the children. And I like the way it actually shuffles the question for the children. So the child A has number one in number one, while the child B has number one in number three. So that is the most beneficial thing that I love about smart school technology. One thing I love about smart school is the academic record of every child. Term to term, we keep on advancing in the record of every child at Treasure Net School. Like last term, we have the first term grade, second term grade, and third term grade of a child. So at the end of the term, it cumulates it and gives us the average grade points of every child. And another thing that we have the record of every child, their name, their full name, the date, their birthday, their address. So it helps us when we want the record of every child. We just click on to our website and we get to see everything about the child, and it's really awesome. That question. When it comes to challenges, it's always, you always find it in every aspect of our lives. We have challenges in our home, in our workplace, even in our own private life. Yes, have actually seen challenges using the software, but the good thing about it is that it's just a one call away. Once any of those challenges comes, you just call Mr. Chino. So it's there to attend to you 24/7. Even at night, there was a time I had issues with actually with the results implementation. I had to call him around 10 o'clock. He picked up. We were able to resolve it before morning. So when it comes to challenges, yes, I've seen challenges, but it's something that with smart school technology, you don't really have much challenges because they are always a one click away to solve our problem with the IT. Teachers and parents relationship, has it improved the smart school? Yes, it has really improved. Our parents are happy. They can actually communicate straight with the class teachers of their pupils of the school. Then and we always receive very positive feedback. The most important thing is the parents, they always find it intriguing to see the result with their children's picture. It's like it's a personalized experience. You know, this is my child's result because the picture is there. I'm seeing my child there. So that is one beautiful thing that Smart School, all-in-one school management software has done for us. When it comes to time saving and specific cost using Smart School, it has really saved us so much headache in wrong implementation of results. It has even saved us costs and time in terms of we are going to have to keep on erasing and trying to reprint results, and then you're not getting the cumulative point average. So it has really helped us. It makes it so easy that all our children record are being kept in our database using our cloud, the school cloud. So we have our results. Even in the next 10 years, a parent can come into school to ask for their child's result. We still produce it. So with Smart School, you are sure of getting everything that you need for your child. Smart School is user friendly. We just had to go for just a training, and that training did it for us. The teachers are able to actually impute the results on their own. We don't have to keep on running helter skelter and telling them. They all have their own password, so they can, from the comfort of their home, impute the results of every child in their class, and it has actually helped unify the school. Ladies and gentlemen, schools still using the manual method of cumulative results. To me, it's a no-no in the 21st century, because I'm sure when you have a file, you keep on storing information using the paperwork. It's not really advisable because anything can happen to it. But if you store whatever you have in your school in a system, in an IT, in a cloud, years to come, nothing will actually happen to it. The children result, they are actually safe, and it makes this the paperless term in school to actually take place, because you don't need to keep on buying papers and trying to do a lot of the paperwork. Everything actually is inside the smart school, from teachers' record, from school record, from class record, from exams to lesson notes to everything, even to mails from the school management to the staff. Everything you need to run your school, you find it at Smart School. So much headache in wrong implementation of results. It has even saved us costs and time in terms of we are going to have to keep on erasing and trying to reprint results, and then you're not getting the cumulative point average. So it has really helped us. It makes it so easy that all our children record are being kept in our database using our cloud, the school cloud. So we have our results. Even in the next 10 years, a parent can come into school to ask for their child's result. We still produce it. So with Smart School, you are sure of getting everything that you need for your child. Smart School is user friendly. We just had to go for just a training, and that training did it for us. The teachers are able to actually impute the results on their own. We don't have to keep on running helter skelter and telling them. They all have their own password, so they can, from the comfort of their home, impute the results of every child in their class, and it has actually helped unify the school. Ladies and gentlemen, schools still using the manual method of cumulative results. To me, it's a no-no in the 21st century, because I'm sure when you have a file, you keep on storing information using the paperwork. It's not really advisable because anything can happen to it. But if you store whatever you have in your school in a system, in an IT, in a cloud, years to come, nothing will actually happen to it. The children result they are actually safe, and it makes this the paperless term in school to actually take place, because you don't need to keep on buying papers and trying to do a lot of the paperwork. Everything actually is inside the smart school, from teachers' record, from school record, from class record, from exams to lesson notes to everything, even to mails from the school management to the staff. Everything you need to run your school, you find it at smart school.
All right, good evening, everybody, and I am Eze Samuel Chinonso, the founder of Smart School. I want to welcome you officially to this boot camp, this training. I hope at the end of the training, you will learn a lot of things that you take home. All right, so we move over to what we have for today. Let me put this one out. All right, as I've said before, this is Smart School Growth Academy. This is where we train school owners on everything they need to know about school growth, school operation, how to effectively manage their school, whether the method of the, the digital method or the um, traditional method or the conventional method. So, welcome to Smart School Growth Academy. Tonight, we are going to treating on a topic that's titled Generating Income and Cutting Costs with Educational Technology. In case you don't hear me or you can't hear me properly, please you can signify on the comment section so that I will take um, the required precaution. All right, so welcome to this training. And also, if you would like to introduce yourself in the training section, your name, just where you are connecting us from, you can do that from T tools that will aid in skyrocketing the swift delivery of business services for any business industry. Smart Creativity is the umbrella brand, and why Smart School is the product we are offering at Smart School. Smart Creativity provides ICT technological tools such as software development, graphic design, and many other things to help businesses to skyrocket their delivery and everything. Then in back to in 2021, we stepped into the educational sector and we saw the need for schools to go digital. So we decided to move into the educational sector. Then we developed a software which we called Smart School. Smart School is a school management software that allows schools to manage their teaching and learning processes effectively and efficiently. That's just the general terms of what is Smart School. Smart School is a software that helps schools to operate and manage their school processes effectively and efficiently. Then who is speaking to you about me? started. All right. If you can hear me on the comment section, you can indicate in the comment section while I fire down through what we have tonight. Overview of today's class. I want to give you a general overview of what we are going to discuss tonight. Educate Educational technology or edutech. I can interchange any of it, educational technologies and edutech. So edutech is a crucial in the realm of school management. In today's rapidly evolving world of technology, in the world, technology has become an integral part of our daily life. Field of education, no, education is not exemption. Educational technology or edutech comprises a wide range of digital tools, resources designed to enhance teaching and learning experiences. It has the potential to transform the way, making them more efficient, cost-effective, and student-centered. So what we are going to discuss today is all about educational technology, discussing of educational technology school tools, tools that you can use in your school in order to in order for your school to be more efficient and also save costs and student oriented. So in case you mistakenly go back to your WhatsApp group, please we upload the link for those that will be joining us um, sooner or later. All right. Expectation for this session. Throughout this training, we'll be exploring various aspects of educational technology, its roles in generating income and cutting costs in schools. We will examine the cost-saving techniques, identify income streams, enhance teachers' efficiency, and introduce smart school software. By the end of today's section, you will have a solid understanding of how to leverage educational technology to drive financial sustainability and optimize the overall management of your school. This is generally what we are going to be learning in today's section. Wow, now let's dive into our first topic. We have been seeing our advertisement copy and we listed out three major things that we'll be treating in today's section. Number one, which I'm going to dive into, and number three, and the final one. And tomorrow we also continue with this section. So let's dive into our first topic. Please show up some comments on the comment section. So what we'll be looking at today is unlocking cost-saving techniques with educational technology or edutech. Unlocking cost-saving techniques with edutech. Understanding the financial challenges faced by schools. Thank you very much for saying that. Okay, can you refer me back where you stopped hearing me? Can you do that? Dan Anchor, you said there's no audio. Can you tell me where I stopped? Can you refer me back where I stopped, where you stopped hearing audio, or where you stopped receiving my audio feed? Okay, thank you. The conventional method of school management, that is the traditional school management practices, involves manual processes. This is where you see a whole lot of manual go to the school, from the gate man, from the security to the teacher to the financial manager to the accountant to the librarian to the school bus driver. Everywhere you see manual processes from everywhere. And one of the things you also see in school that are practicing the conventional method of school management is paperwork. Everywhere you see, if you want to sign in to the school, you see the gate man will give, or the security officer will give you a book to a visitor's book to sign. Then you walk in. If you want to see the teacher, if you want to do anything, the admission, the result, everything is manual and paperwork, and everything is physical. So, and it has its own disadvantages, and it also have its own advantages. One of its disadvantages is there's a lot of manual work, there's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of physical resources needed in order to run conventional school. And one of its own demerit or disadvantages is time consuming. Just like we are having this training now, assuming that we are practicing the conventional method of teaching and learning, all of which must be gathered in one place to learn from what I'm just saying now. But due to technology, you are in your house, maybe you are doing one or two things, and you are also connecting. You are also connecting live through the this social media. So this method is actually saving you a lot of time, saving you a lot of time, and also resource intensive. Running a conventional method of school management, it requires a lot of resources, notebook, jotter, different pen, a lot of things in order to run receipt and so on and so forth. So let's move on. And it's also costly. It's also costly. So to purchase one book, to purchase different books, it's costly. It's costly to manage a conventional school management. Schools that are running a conventional method of school management is highly cost intensive. We examine how Edtech can streamline these processes, reduce administrative burden, free up resources for essential areas. So we are going to explore in the next few minutes, we are going to explore how educational technology can make this school management easy and reduce administrative burden and free up resources for essential areas. Digital method of school management, which is what we are going to be which is what we'll be dwelling much in this lesson. With the rise of digitalization, schools now have access to wide array of digital tools and platforms specifically designed for school management. These tools offers automation, centralization, and efficient data management capabilities. We will explore various educational technologies such as learning management system, student information system, communication platform, and financial management tools. This digital method can significantly contribute to cost saving and enhance overall school management. All these things that I wrote here is talking about how digital school management, what it actually does in your school, what it actually does in your school. So we'll be exploring different educational technologies such as learning management system, student information management system, communication platform, and financial management tools. This is basically what we study in today's section. Digital method of school management. talked about the learning management system in the previous slide. What is learning management system? LMS. The LMS provide a centralized platform where teachers can create and deliver online courses, manage assignments, track student progress, facilitate communications. LMS platform offers us features such as content sharing, that is, you can share content from one teacher to from teacher to student or from teacher to the parent anywhere. So it offers content sharing, grading automation. You can automatically grade students based on their performance on the quiz or exam you set. Discussion forum, just like the comment section on your social media platform, you can have a discussion forum. And also real time analytics. You can see real-time analytics, just like can view how many people are joining live from this section. So these are some of the things you can see in learning management software. By leveraging school management software, learning management software, schools can reduce costs associated with physical textbook, photocopying, storage, while embedding personalized interactive learning experience for schools. Student Information System, that is SIS. This Student Information System is a comprehensive digital platform that all your student data are stored, their name, their date of birth, the parents' details, and everything concerning the student. So this is where their details are saved. That's just generally what Student Information Management System, just like your admission form, where you collect different biodata of them, their blood group, their genotype, their different details about the student. So student management software is a system that does that for you. Admission, attendance, grade management, report generation, and so on and so forth. Then we have the communication and collaboration platform. These are different digital method. These are different tools that schools that are practicing digital method of school management uses. So they use communication and collaboration platform. Effective communication and collaboration are vital for smooth functioning of a school. Digital communication platform provides secure channel for seamless interaction between teachers, parents, students, and administrators. Digital communication and collaboration platform is just a platform that enables you, the school owner, to interact with your teachers, to interact with the parents, and also interact with the students. So it's just a centralized platform that enables you to do all these things together, such as messaging, announcements, calendar, document sharing, and so on and so forth. So these schools that are using this communication and collaboration platform often reduce manual communication, physical communication. Let me say, you want to communicate with a parent, it's not much, you must see the parent physical in order to communicate with the parent. You can send SMS, you can send an email, you can use the announcement, oh, school is vacating or school is having our graduation party on 29th, 26th of July. You send out a broadcast message easily, and it also shows on your school website. And also we have another platform that schools that that are practicing digital method of school management uses, which is financial management tools. Is self-explanatory. These financial management tools are tools that enable school to manage their finances, their expenses, their income, and also issue out invoice, receive payments, and so on and so forth. Just like you make use of your UBA or First Bank, any of these banking app to make transfer and so on. So these financial management tools connect with all these platforms in order to collect fee payment, inventories, and so on and so forth. So financial management tools help schools to streamline their financial processes such as budgeting, invoicing, fee management, expense tracking. There's one of the school that we work with. We did a little interview with them, and I asked the school, how much do you generate in a year? The school was unable to give me a proper document that contains how much they generate in a year. But since we introduced our school management software to them, they can generate a quick overview or a quick rundown banking, what do we call it? Statement of account, how money came in, how money left, who made the payment, and so on and so forth. So financial management tools helps you to do all these things for your school, and can also collect fee payments whether online or offline. So these are some of the things that schools that are practicing digital method of school management use financial management tools. And we also have, I think the final one is the data analytics and reporting. This is very important in school operation. This is very, very important in school operation. Digital method of school management enables the collection and analysis of vast amounts of data. Let me say you are running a school that has 1,000 students, and you want to know how many students are in JS1A, or how many students are in upper basic B, upper basic upper basic 1 or 2, or how many students are in SS3, how many students are in grade 1, how many students are in grade 2. We want to know all this thing with a digital platform, or school that are practicing digital method of school management platform. They have this tool that enables them to view on a glance how many students are in these classes. Some of you might not know how many students are in your school, but with the platform, you can easily log in and view how many students, and also view the details of the students that are in that class. And it also helps you to take decision, assuming your school maximum number of students that are allowed in a class in your school is 15. Let me say in grade 1A or grade 1 gold, depending on how your school names it. In grade 1 gold, the number of students that are allowed in grade 1 gold is 15. You can set the platform to contain only 15 students. Then if the platform is occupied, they can move over to the next one, grade 1A, B, C, D, and so on and so forth. That's one of the features you see in a digital method of school management. Then these are some of the things we have looked into. We just looked into educational technologies, tools that schools use in streamlining their processes. Then we move over to the next section, how to save costs through educational technology. Please, if you are following, let me see your comments on the comment section. Drop something on the comment section if you are following what I'm saying. If you are following, drop something in the comment section. Drop a post in the comment section. I'm following. I'm following. I'm following. I'm following. If you can hear me, drop something on the comment section. Drop something on the comment section. I'm waiting for your comment before we move over to how to save costs through educational technology. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, thank you. I'm with you, I'm following, I'm with you, I'm following. All right, thank you very much for the response so far. So, moving over to how to save costs through educational technology. This class is basically is going to teach you how to save costs, because we look before things that school spends money on, and we are also going to look into things that school spends money on in the next section, how to save costs through educational technology. Can you just list out before? Okay, let me just list out some of the things that school spends money on that can be solved through educational technology. As you can see my screen, if some of these things, if you have any other thing that school spends money on that is not on my list, I have printing of admission form, printing of student ID card, printing of student result printing, school fees receipt, typing class timetable, typing of examination paper. Is there any other thing that school spends money on that are not in the list? Let me see it on the comment section. I'm waiting. What are other things that school spends money on that are not in my screen? I have listed printing of admission form, printing of student ID card, student result printing, school fees receipts, typing of school timetable, typing of examination paper. What are other things? What are other things? What are other things? I'm waiting for a comment on the comment section. I'm waiting for a comment in the comment section. If you're following, let me see it on the comment section. What are other things that school spends money on? So before we explore other things, paying of vendors, you pay vendors. That's people that supplies books for you. All right, people that supplies books, stockings, school uniform, and so on and so forth. Paying of vendors. What are other things? What are other things? What are other things? Duty road starts for teachers. Okay, duty road staff. That's creating of routine. Creating of routine. What are other things? What are other things? What are other things? What are other things? What are other things that school spends money on? What are other things that school spends money on? You are a school owner, you have been managing your school for messages to parents, SMS, and so on and so forth. All right, she said messages to parents, communication book. There's one of the school that we work with in Enugu State here. Um, they are making use of communication book to send out information to parents on things they need to know. So these are some of the things, and some of these books are very huge. I think it's up to 40 leaves or 80 leaves, or even more than that. They print every term. They distribute to every student in the class in order to communicate with the parent. That's in order to effectively communicate with the parent. So what are other things? I need one or two more before we move over to the next slide. What are other things that school spends money on? Paying of vendors, duty roster for teachers on duty, message to parent. What are other things? What are other things that school spends money on? What are other things that school spends money on? I'm waiting for a comment. I'm waiting for a comment. I'm waiting for a comment. Markers. All right. I think in our July edition 2022 last year, one of the speakers taught on how to produce marker for your school, how you can produce that. So these are some of the things we teach. We are into all these things. So markers. So school spends money on markers. All right, thank you for that. School spends money on markers. Advertising. School spends money on advertising. That's actually a good investment. It's a very, very good investment. You market your school, so it's not actually a waste of resources. But we are going to dive into that in the next few minutes. What are other things? I think somebody is just typing advertising, markers, and so on and so forth. Newsletter, posting of news, what is happening in the school, what is happening in the school, posting of newsletter. So thank you for contributing. If there are other things, please drop it on the comment section. Let's have an interactive section. So let's do some calculation on the items listed above to know what you literally spend termly. So I forgot to upload one of a screenshot that I took from a survey we took in the group. How school spends money. In one of the survey, let me check. Okay, I listed how much do schools spend. How much do you spend on the things that I listed here? How much do you spend on what I listed here? And in the survey, I saw that one of the schools spent 80,000, one of the schools spent 40,000, one of the schools spent 20,000, depending on the population of the school. So let's do some calculation. But before that, how much do you spend in all these things that you mentioned now? Just drop something on the comment section. Let's be doing our own calculation. Printing of admission form. Wow. A school with 100 students has spent 3,000 naira to print admission form depending on how many pages the form contains. Some school admission form contains 1 or 2 pages, some school contains 3, some school contains 4, depending on the data they want to collect from the student from the student. So school spend 3,000 naira on average in order to produce admission form. How much do you spend in producing admission form, or do you have your own printer? Share your thoughts on the comment section. School result printing. This is very, very big, and this is where the investment is. Schools with 100 students have spent approximately 130,000 naira to produce a result booklet. I think this calculation is very, very low. I think it's very, very low. I think it's very, very low because I'm into printing and I know how much we print for school that insist on using um, result booklets to print result. So this is actually low. To produce 100 booklet, that is for one student, you have to produce three times. You have to produce in a term is three. That is three pages times six. That is from primary one to primary six, and comprises of all the pages. So school spend close to 130,000. I don't know if this is correct. How much do you spend? About 40,000 for printing question paper. Wow. We are still going to come to that. School fees received. School fees received. To produce school a fee receipt, you spend up to 20,000 naira to produce 10 booklets of school receipt, depending on how many pages. If you want customers' copies and if you on also the receiver's copy, I think this is actually low. The amount on the screen is actually low. So this amount is based on estimates So if you want to produce 10 booklets of um, examination fee receipts, you spend up to 20,000 naira. This is a disclaimer. These amounts are estimation we got from schools we work with. Yours can be higher, yours can be lower, depending on your location and the number of students you have. Some location, if you're in Lagos, if you're in Enugu, if you're in Ogun State, if you're in Lagos, if you're in Port Harcourt, irrespective of where you are, the cost varies. The cost of paper, the cost of printing varies. So, okay, one of the schools says question paper. So about 40,000 naira to printing examination paper. 40,000 naira is quite expensive to print only exam paper. How much then will you pay your staff? How much then? A lot of, and you also spend time to mark the script. You also spend time to do a whole lot of other things in that exam paper. And definitely there might be an error. There might be an error. Let me say 40,000. Is the 40,000 naira per term or per academic section? Is it per term? Is it per term? Please answer. Is it per term or per academic section? If it's per academic section, it should be 120,000 naira. Wow. 120,000 per academic section just to print result booklet. Okay, let's move on. How to save cost. We are in the second phase of this lesson. We are in second phase of this lesson. We are okay per term. Okay, somebody say per term. They spend 40,000 naira per term to print question paper. Wow, that's quite expensive. That's quite expensive. We are in the middle section of this training. Please pay close attention. So she have replied per term. So you spend 120,000 naira per term just to print question paper. Hmm. Hmm. That's quite expensive. That's quite expensive. And also the time consuming, the printing, that's even less. I think you are printing with your printer. If you are printing with your printer, it will be much lesser. And also check the cost for typing, check the cost for photocopying, the time and the stress you undergo just to print question paper. Time you have to spend, time you can use to spend with your students to learn, time you can use to interact with your students to understand their basic need and know how to improve their academic study. Now let's dive into how to save cost. How to save cost using educational technology. Hmm. If you are following, drop something on the comment section. Drop something on the comments. All right. How to save costs using educational technology. In the previous slides, we lamented much on paperwork, manual processes, and so on and so forth. One of the way to start saving costs using educational technology in your school is number one, reducing the amount you spend. How much do you spend excluding staff salary and other fee that you pay? What other fees do you pay that are consuming? Let's interact. Let's interact. What other fees do you pay that are what other fees do you pay? What other things do you spend money on that are not on my list? What other things? Let's interact. Let's interact. I have few persons that are with me here online. What other things do you spend money on? Let's interact. So number one thing, we are talking about how to save costs in your school. A school that is spending 40,000 naira to print oral examination question, that's 120,000 naira per term, multiplied by, and not argue with my calculator. So one of the things you have to start doing is list out what you spend. Let me just close this first. List out what you spend money on. Let me say you are printing examination question 40,000 naira. You write it down. You are printing admission form 3,000 naira. You write it down. Well, let me just open up this place. You are printing student ID card. Um, you are printing student ID card and so on. You write it down. You are printing school fees receipt. You write it down. Timetable. List out everything you spend money on. You can take out a night when you are alone, when your head is calm. List out everything, everywhere you spend money on, electricity, all these things. Find out, list them out. Because one of the best approach in solving a problem is first discovering the problem. If you can't discover the problem, you can't solve it. So if you want to save costs, you have to take time and list out where you spend money on, where you spend money daily, monthly, termly on. In data, how much do you spend in data to run your school? How much do your staff spend in data? And so on and so forth. How much do you spend? Where do you spend money on? Result printing, communication book, notice, newsletter, and so on and so forth. Take your time, list them out one after the other where you spend money on. Then on another page, you think of what are the other alternative to this. You are printing for examination paper 40,000 naira. What are other alternatives to this that I can spend, let me say, for 20,000 naira per term and get the same price? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if you understand what if you are following. You list out where you spend money on, then you find out what are alternative to cut this cost. You are printing admission form 3,000 naira. What are other ways that I can collect student data without spending 3,000 naira? I'm printing student ID card. What are other ways? Okay, in printing student ID card, you first of all have to pay the graphic designer to design to give you a good look. What are other ways to minimize the cost? You are printing results. What are other ways that I can do in order not to print result at all, or to reduce it to 20%, reduce it with 50% or 40% decrease? We are printing class timetable. What are other ways you can reduce the cost? We are printing question paper. What are other ways? Marker, one of the teachers here stated marker. You are buying marker. How much are they selling marker? Let me say they are selling marker 100 naira or 200 naira, depending on your location. You check, you have 6 classes, that is 600 naira, and that marker is not going to last for the whole term. You now think of, okay, I spent 600 naira or 3,000 naira for producing to buy already made marker. How much can I spend in order to produce my own marker? I don't know if you are following, if you are getting what I'm saying. Marker production is very, very easy to do. I can link you up to one of the school owners that taught on that. I think I have the video also, can share with you. So, what are other ways in order to reduce this cost. Someone that is mentioning annual levy to NAVs, to DQA, to government agencies, and so on. These are your fundamental payments. These are your fundamental tax duties. If you are running a school, these are basic things. Okay, you are saying annual levy to NAVs and so on and so forth. In order to run your school, you are registered under an organization, NAVs, and NAVs has some advantages you benefit from. So this payment you should not be listing it as expensive because it's your fundamental duty to pay all these fees. Unless you become the president or become the governor of the state, then you can find a way to dodge from those fees. All right, so in order to save costs, list out where you spend money on mostly. Then you arrange it from, let me say, result booklet 100,000, marker 3,000. Arrange it from the highest to the lowest. Then you sit down, you just press calculator, you see you are spending up to 1 million in just this. Think of how can I reduce this cost? How can I reduce this cost? So let's move on with how to save cost. I've worked more on this. Let me list out a few things. How to save cost. Please be smiling, be smiling. We are providing a solution to your problem. Digitalize paperwork. We are printing examination question with 40,000 naira. Have you thought of any software that you have your mobile phone, you have your laptop that you can use in order to reduce printing of question paper? Let me say a CBT exam. Have you thought about that before to reduce your cost? There are also, because what you're trying to stop is recurring fee, recurring fee. We are paying for 120,000 naira every time on one thing, not to run the whole school, on one thing only. For result booklet, you pay it every time. Check it, you see that you are spending a lot. Why not think of how to digitalize paperwork? Let me just read what I have on the screen. Schools can reduce expenses associated with printing, copying, storing physical documents by adopting digital system. This includes using electronic form, online database, document software to streamline administrative processes. I will answer your question at the end of the section. CBT exam for nursery schools. Oh, we are going to talk about that. So, streamline your processes. Every paperwork. What are the things that you spend money on that is just with paper? Okay, 2021 or 2000, last year or last 2 years, they were selling A4 paper. That's the PPC paper. I think if I guess the name, the PPC paper, one ring, which is 500 sheets inside, was 1,900. No, they were selling it 400, 800, 900, 1,000. But guess what? The current price now is 4,500 or 5,000 per one. Check. If you buy it one carton, you are spending 10,000 naira to buy only the carton. Then you buy the ink to print. You do a lot of expenses on that paperwork. You see, is and your school will be filled with paper. Just like if you go to universities, one of the issues that we face in university is that you go, let me say you are doing your seminar, they will tell you photocopy 3 pages, photocopy 3 documents, one for you, one for your supervisor, one for this person, and one for all this person. After everything, go to your department. If you see where they heap the paper, where they dump the paper there, it's useless. Why not? Okay, 23,000 for one carton. 23,000 to buy one carton of A4. That is four. I think it's 4 or 5 real inside. Okay. You see, paper works, and also your office will be bulky. You come to a school owner's office, you see on the table on the left paper, on the right paper, at the back you see a bookshelf. In the bookshelf you are not seeing books that you can read. You are also, okay, five, you are not seeing books that you can read. You are only seeing Question paper, question paper, question paper, question paper. What for? What for? Assuming that you are running school in the 80s, in the 90s, or in the early 2000s, then it's normal. But schools that are, if you want to run an innovative school, if you want to run a 21st century school, you have to drastically reduce the amount of paper you have in your school. Then automation of routine tasks. Schools can automate repetitive administrative tasks such as attendance tracking, grade calculation, report generation. This reduce need for manual labor and save time and minimize human errors. So one of the ways to save cost is to reduce remote tasks, things that keep on reoccurring, newsletter, so on and so forth. Know them. So reduce them. These are some of the things you have to reduce them to its minimal stage. Then centralize information. So by bringing together, okay, another way to streamline or reduce cost or to save cost in your school is many of you, I was one of the school owner left the group few weeks ago. So one of my policy or one of the things that I do is once someone leaves my group, I'll go to the person inbox and ask, "Hello, good day, I am Ezra Samuel, founder of Smart School. You left my school. I would like to know the reason why you left the group." Then I wait for the response. Then we interact. Then one of the school that I interacted with a few weeks ago said that she doesn't need our service. I asked her, "Do you have this? Do you have that?" She said yes. That she's using this software for this, she's using this software for this, she's using this software for this. How much are you spending? You are using new lesson, you are using this one, you are using another software, you are using this one, you are using a whole lot of softwares to manage your school. One school, five softwares, 10 softwares. Omo, it's too much. It's too much. So what the slide on my screen is trying to portray is having a centralized platform, having a one software that does all these things. Let me just read what I have in the screen. By bringing together data and communication software, schools can avoid repeating tasks and work more effect efficiently. A centralized system makes it easier to access information, help staff members collaborate and reduce the need to buy multiple software licenses or subscription. Okay, you are using Smart School to operate your school software, to manage your school, and you are using another software for learning management system. You are using another software for Google for your live class. You are using another software to do all these things, to collect fee payment, um, and so on. For school websites, some schools have one software for this, some schools have one software for this, some schools have software for this. Even paying school another website designer to design their school website, having different people you submit your money to is bad. One of the ways to reduce cost is finding an alternative in order to what, bring everything together so that you be paying one fee, one term. It will reduce a lot of cost for you. That's one of the ways to save cost. There are many other ways that you can explore. There are several ways to save cost, but these are many more are ways to save cost. There are many of them. You have different methods and so on. Another way that I think list is staff salary. I follow one consultant on Facebook says that it's better you have one staff that efficiently and effectively deliver his or her task than having five different staff that you pay 10,000 to deliver the task. You see, number one, you are spending your time to manage human resources is time consuming. Remember, saving costs also means saving your strength. Your mental health is also important. So having good staff also helps you to save cost. You are paying a staff that is not delivering well, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. 80,000, and depending on the rate you pay your staff, are the payment what it do, does the staff worth that payment? You are paying the staff 20,000. Does the staff want that 20? Does she deliver what is required that a 20,000 naira salary owner needs to adopt, needs to deliver? Okay, so having staff that can deliver is very, very important for your school. Then we are going to step up a bit. We are moving over to the last 10 to 15 slide, how to generate income using educational technology. Saving cost is very, very important. But first and foremost, what I've just listed in my previous slide, in the previous um, what I said before, you find out that when you sat down and think of what you spend money on and list them, think of alternative to them, you have started saving costs. By you sitting down to calculate what you spend money on and listing out alternative to them to reduce cost, you see that when you draw the line, you see this one, you compare and contrast. And spending 1 million before, but if I go over to there, I'll be spending 500,000 or 400,000 or 200,000, depending on the amount you calculated. See that we are spending lesser amount. So in the few slides, we are going to talk on how to generate income using educational technological tools. School running cost reduction. Educational technology can help schools to reduce costs running school, just like I've listed some of the things that school spends money on, result printing and so on and so forth. So using a school management software helps you, a comprehensive school management software. Let's just put the word comprehensive, because a comprehensive school management software has all these things that I'm listing, whether fee management, CBT exam, learning management system, attendance, everything that your school, vendors, how to manage your inventories and so on, communication and so on and so forth, has seven main features of a comprehensive school management software. So using a school management software will reduce the running cost of school. It makes you to go paperless operation, to operate a paperless school, no paper in your school, staff efficiency, improve resource allocation, and reduce communication costs, I mean to say. Paperless operation. So using a school management software or an educational technology tool help you to run a paperless school and also increase staff efficiency and improve resource allocation. Let me say, before, your budget to spend on your school is 2 million or 1 million naira, depending on the size of the school and the location. When you adopt a school management software, a school system in your school, and educational technology in your school, you find out that instead of allocating 1 million naira in your school, you are allocating 500,000 naira in those operations. You see that you have reduced the cost by 50%, and sometimes it can also reduce to 20%, depending on how wise you are to reduce your cost. Remember, we are treating on how to generate income using educational technology, and we treated on school running cost reduction. First of all, is to reduce the running cost, running cost, then boost school brand image, how to effectively um, generate income through educational technology is using educational technology boost brand image, school brand image. Do you know of a school that is using, that has a website? If you have a school, if you know of any school that uses a website, how do you perceive them? Do you perceive them right or wrong? Just show, let me see your comments on the comment section. Do you perceive such school right? Are there school that you know that has a website or that doesn't operate a paper method school management? Do you know any of the school within your environment that makes use of educational technology, but you don't know how to implement in your own school? Let me see your Let me see your comments on the comment section. Do you know of any school? How do you perceive them? Do you perceive them right? Do you perceive them wrong? Okay, somebody said right. Thank you. You perceive them very, very right. And you see that if you grade such school, you see that the rate or the level of parents that are in the school, the intelligence or the, how will I put it now? The capability or the capacity of the parents in such school and school that are using manual process are not the same. In such school, they can pay 50,000 naira as school fees due to they have the resources. They are to give what they request. We are giving them school management software. We are giving them a whole lot of things. You see that you are giving them more than what they need. You're giving them more than what they need. So one person say you perceive them right. So a school that is using a school management software or using any educational technological tool, you see that both their staff are organized. Their staff are organized. You don't see them running hectare scatter. Hey, let me print results. Let me print this. Let me do this. Let me. Exam is coming closer. They're running. How am I going to print it? I will type it, I will send out a lot of things. You see that the staff are organized. You see them, they feel less stressed. So one of the benefits of using educational technology is it boosts your school brand. Imagine your school now, next academic session is starting on 4th or 8th of September, if I'm correct, from the Lagos unified academic calendar. See that your school is starting up, your school doesn't have a school website before, but you're starting up and you introduce your school website to them. Hello, parents, we have a school website for our school. And the parents go there and see pictures of their students, see a lot of things, see different content, and also communicate with you and so on and so forth. You see that the way they interact with you, the approach they perceive your school will increase. Assuming that your school, they were rating your school, they were managing your school, because one of the things that parents will not like you to know is that they are trying to manage your school due to their financial strength. But if you outgive them what they need, they'll go out of their comfort zone in order to support you. So if you outgive, if you overdo, let's just use the word overdo. If you overdo, like giving them more than what they need, it gives credit to your school. So by effectively utilizing school management software, school owners can enhance their brand image in the following ways: improve communication, streamline administrative processes, enhance parent engagement. Enhancing parent engagement requires that the parents will log into their portal to send a message to the parents or do anything. Just be saving up your question. We are going to treat them in today's section or in tomorrow's section. So these are some of the ways schools can save costs. Another way in order to generate income for your school is subscription model. And how we pronounce it. School can offer school management software as a subscription-based service to students. We call it e-porter fee. I know you have heard about e-porter fee. I know of a school that is currently paying us, that is using our highest plan for our school software, that is the 1,000 naira plan. And the school is charging 3,000 naira due to her location and due to the level of parents she has. She start making extra 2,000 naira from the school, and she have 180. I think as of last term was 180 something students. So check 2,000 naira by 180 something students, you see how much the school is making per term, not per academic section. So let's use for instance that a school with 100 students is using a school management software and they decide to collect um 2,000 naira as their as the fee, e-porter fee. Just put it there, it's non-negotiable. The e-porter fee is there, 2,000 naira, they can easily give it out. You see that in a term, they are making extra 200,000 naira per term just using the school management software. Excluding this money you make, remember, you are not printing the result again. You are not printing question paper again. You are not printing school fees receipt again. Everything is now automated. We are just paying one fee. You are just paying one fee to manage your school, and you have all the whole features that you spend millions of naira to have access to. So one of the way to generate income through educational technology is through this model, subscription-based model. Let me go back to this boosting of school branding. Somebody said that they are spending money on advertising. Advertising your school is very important. I just have to reiterate on this issue. Advertising your school is very, very important, and you can't, if your school is at the backyard, you are going to market parents that are living at the backyard. If your school is on the front street, you are going to market to school that are in the front. If your school is standard, you are going to market to parents that are living a standard life that can afford your school. That's simple. Having a school management software boosts your school advertising. You are going to market your school to whether door to door or Facebook ad or anything. Instead of telling them visit my school in order to see what we have, you can just redirect them to your school website that contains everything about your school. I mean everything about your school. By tomorrow, we'll be showing you a demo on school's website and the school software. So let's just maintain the teaching method for now. So advertising your school and using school management software boosts your school advertising, which is very, very, very important. And we talked about subscription model, and we say that you can charge your parents or you can charge the student a subscription based fee. Remember, within the week I posted something. If you are starting up a new school, do not issue out your fee receipt or your next term fee to your parent. Wait after the end of this section today and tomorrow. You can now make your decision. Do you want to continue with the manual method of school management, or do you want to continue with the digital method of school management? That will determine the amount you are going to tell your student that they are paying school fees. They are going to pay next term, but it's not advisable to increase your fee on the first term due to there is a whole lot of fees to pay. This is not an advice. So run your school the way you run your school. And we have one of our consultants that helps you to manage fee payment that spoke on our July edition on how to boost school brand, how to we have a lot of training that is coming up on how to allocate fees and so on and so forth. So at the end of this section, I will allow you to make your decision if you want to transit from the conventional method of school management or the digital method of school management. After you have sat down, analyze how much you spend, how much you consume in running your school in the manual method, and how much you are going to spend in using the digital method. You compare and contrast. It's the one that is more cost saving for you. Enhancing teachers' efficiency with educational technology. We are on the 38th slide, so we are almost concluding and we are still on track. Enhancing teachers' efficiency with educational technology. Schools that are using school management software or using educational technology. Educational technology means a whole lot of things. You can use Google Form, you can use different platforms, and so on and so forth. You can use different platforms, but you are talking about school management software as the educational technology. Schools that are using educational software such as a comprehensive school management software. How such schools can how schools how it can enhance teachers' efficiency with number one is streamline administrative tasks. I have lamented on this on several occasions. Streamline administrative tasks. For instance, you take attendance, You call their name one after the other. You have all this, and so on and so forth. The grading. I forgot a picture. I'm going to share that picture tomorrow. Is one of the school owner that I once worked with. How she was calculating the student result, which I know you know. You buy fiscal, you buy a fiscal sheet, write the names of the students, you write the subject, you write the mark distribution, you start inputting the score. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, please drop it on the comment section. Is this how you check your student result? Is this how your staff check their result? They buy a sheet of paper, a fiscal sheet, a long note, and write the name of the student, write the subject, write the mark distribution, first CA, second CA, CBT examination, and so on. Then start inputting the score. After inputting the score, you check the total of each student, total of each student, total of each student. After checking the total, you check the overall total of the whole students in the class. After checking that, you check the average, you check and so on and so forth. After that, you now use your mind, use your brain to check who is the first, who took the first position. I don't think schools still make use of first and second position, but some schools that are still using the conventional method of school management still make use of it. So you start checking who took the first. Is it Ada? Is it Emeka? Is it Ike? Is it Samuel? Is it start checking, checking. After that, you transfer um the tabulation, the markings, the tabulation, yes, the tabulation sheet, that's correct correct name. The tabulation sheet, you copy it one after the other and be putting it on each student's result booklet. After that, you now input the scores, write the comment, and so on. With this, you spend a whole lot of time. But if you are using a school management software, your staff, what they need to do is input the student score. The software will now check the total, the average. If you want to make it of the first, second position, the software will also check who took the first position. If you are inputting the scores immediately, it will automatically be adding, subtracting, doing each function easily, automatically. I don't know how else to say this, but using a school management software saves you a lot of stress. Saves you a lot of stress. It automates your grading, your attendance, and so on. Also, the attendance will show how many times a child came to school, how many times he or she left, and also you can also input the comments automatically. Very, very easy. Just set it up, start using. Very, very easy. So, streamline administrative task. Remember, we are talking about enhancing teachers' efficiency with educational technology. So, one of the ways is streamline administrative tasks. Another one is easy access to student information. How you can increase teachers' efficiency is using a through educational technology. Using educational technology allows them to have easy access to student information. Just like one of the schools that we work with want to take decision on who, okay, graduation is coming close. You can want to give the best graduating student. Yes, some of you give the best graduating student, best student in mathematics, best student in this, best student in that. With the software, you can analyze all these and have the score and have the right information. The student that took the overall best, the student that took different things. So it allows you to have access to different data quickly. Areas of improvement, let me say student is not performing well in his or her chemistry, in his or her physics, mathematics, Igbo, Islamic religion, Christian religion, any subject. You can, through your phone, you can log into your portal, check the student data, you see everything there on the platform, on the school platform. Very, very, very easy. The next one is assessment and feedback. We all, in order to check if a student actually learnt what he or she is taught. You have to issue out either format um, in order you have to issue out three different tests. You can have check the student cognitive reasoning, the affirmative, and the other one cognitive, affirmative, and the other one forgotten the third one. So you have to check all these things. So issuing out um, assignment can check that as the cognitive reasoning of the student. Will the student be able to recall such question? That's through the use of CBT exam. You can issue out CBT exam either through assignment. Let me say weekly assignment on Friday. You publish an assignment for all the students to take and check the scores, and you can decide to add it on the student result. You can also decide not to add it on the student result depending on your decision. So the software, school management software allow teachers to create and administer online assessment, providing immediate feedback to students. The software is also designed in order for you to, once the student submits his or her data, let me say you submit your exam and it will show if you score 20, 30, your total score, depending on how you want the software to be set. So a simplified grading process provide analytics to student performance and also check the student that got the highest position, the student that got the lowest position. You can use this to take a unified decision for your school. Please drop your comments on the comment section if you are following me, if you are catching value. If you are catching value, drop your comment, drop your fire or following, drop a comment in the comment section that you are following, drop something on the comment section. Let's move over to the next one, professional development opportunity. In Smart School, we don't only issue out our software to schools. We have a platform for both the school owners and the teachers where we invite professional school owners, professional consultants. We have invited many of them to our platform in order to teach, teach the teachers on how to effectively deliver their duty as in a school. So professional development, many school management software platforms such as Smart School offer professional development resources and training modules for teachers. We have different training materials for teachers. This enables the teachers to continuously enhance their skill, stay updated with teaching methodologies, and improve their overall efficiency, effectiveness, I mean to say. Just like this training is coming to your doorstep today, we still have so many other training resources, training people, training courses that are coming up within the week. I think by next week Friday we'll also be speaking in one of the school owners platform. So using a school management software that offers professional development for your staff also matters so that they will not only be learning how to teach only, they also learn how to manage schools. Different thing, just like what I'm teaching you here now. Some of you are teachers, some of you are school owners. If you're a teacher, you might decide to open up your school next academic session or anytime, any day. So with what you are learning now, it will help you to make an informed decision. I have learned how to make use of conventional school management software, how to make use of conventional school management, and I've also learned how to um, use the digital management platform. It helps you to make informed decision on what to do or what not to do. Am I going to use the method of result computing? Am I going to use the digital platform? These are some of the things that this training enables you to know. So that you know what you don't know. Let me move over to the next. We are coming to the end of the class, and this is the 43 slide out of 50 slide, remaining few slide. Please, if you have question, if you're learning something, just drop something on the comment section. Drop something on the comment section. Say I'm getting value. I'm getting value. Let me say I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Just type I'm getting value. I'm getting value. I have few persons that are online here. If you're getting value, drop. I'm getting value. I'm getting value. I'm waiting for a comment. I'm waiting for a comment. I'm getting value. I'm getting value. Thank you for your response. 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 Thank you for staying put to this section. Ready to unlock the power of educational technology and boost your school income. I don't know if any of you want to try out this digital method of school management software. I believe that I have not confused you, but I've been able to show you a clear truth on how you can generate extra easy income while cutting down costs. While cutting down costs. So I know I have not confused you. So we are going to end the section in the next few minutes. In the next few minutes, we are going to end the section. So by tomorrow or in the WhatsApp group, I believe all of you that are joining me here now are in the WhatsApp group. I'll be dropping another comment tonight on what we ought to do for the day. You have learned how to generate income and cut costs through educational technology using our cutting-edge school management software now. It's time to take action and get started on your path to success. One of the ways to know if this section, if we made progress or not, is when we see results from what we learned. If you are a school owner here and you spent 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 1 hour plus, um, and you do not take action, just know that it's totally waste of time and waste of data and waste of resources. So how to know if you actually learned something or not is through taking action. Then tomorrow we'll be having an exclusive demo presentation schedule to showcase how our software works. So in the comment section or in the WhatsApp group, which particular feature would you like in the comment section or in the platform, which particular feature would you like us to showcase tomorrow during the demo presentation? During the demo presentation. So I would like you to answer that in the comment section or in in the WhatsApp group. I'm going to drop a message tonight on that. Tomorrow we'll be unveiling our universal promo anniversary promo plan that will be beneficial for action takers. Remember last week on 1st of July, we crossed another milestone of 2 years in industry. So we are going to unveil our exclusive promo bundle for action takers, not for everybody, but for action takers. So we'll be unveiling that tomorrow. Tomorrow, do well to stay online on the training. Do well to stay online. We are going to do a quick demo and also unveil the promo prices. You can check out our website. Let me put it up on the screen. You can check out our website. You can check out our website. As you can see it on the screen, you can just go through our website and see what we are offering and then check the prices of the packages we are rendering. Check the Our system does all these things that are listed here. Let me remove this and put it on the scroll. Okay, our school software, our website will be scrolling on the screen. So our system also does all these things that we are listed. And another person, what about CBT for nursery schools? In your nursery school, let me just pop up the question. What about CBT for nursery school? The nursery section can participate depending on the level of intellect that they have, although they are still learning. But we don't advise administering CBT exam to nursery school as their exam unless you have standby teachers that are going to guide them, unless you have standby teachers that are going to guide them on what to do, and what not to do. Even the senior, the upper basic and so on. You also need persons that needs to guide them for the first time, because most of these are their first time of doing it. So you have to also put in place method in order to guide them, in order not to do what they not ought not to do. So these are actually question time. So CBT exam, the system answers objective question. We are going to do that tomorrow. What about theory question? The system has option for that. And what about nursery school? Nursery school, the system also does that for schools. You can also upload pictures in your question paper, but you have to guide them. Just like in your paper exam, you guide them to select. You guide them, you read the question, make them to understand the question in order for them to answer for the nursery school, for the nursery section. I'm talking about on this question. So that is it for tonight. Thank you all for joining us tonight on this wonderful section. Please, if you get value and you know any school owner that didn't watch this, please do well to share um, the slide. Do well to share the slide or the link of the platform to them. Do well to do that. Do well to do that. Share the broadcast link. Okay, this our phone number +234. We are based in Nigeria for for people that are streaming from outside the country. This is my contact. This is our website, and this is our email address. We currently based in Enugu State, but we have schools that are using the software in Ogun State, in Lagos, in Abia State, in Anambra, and Lagos State. So we effectively manage all these schools online, and none of them are complaining. I hope that you have grabbed knowledge and learned something from tonight's section. And if you grab value, please draw your testimonial. What do you learn? What is your biggest take home from tonight's section? What is your biggest take home from tonight's section? What is your biggest take home from tonight's section? What is your biggest take home from tonight's section? What is your biggest take home from tonight's section? I'm waiting and waiting. What's your biggest take home from tonight's section? What is your biggest take home from tonight's section? What is your biggest take home? Your highest take home from tonight's section? What is that? What is that? What is that? What did you learn? 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 All right, thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm going to share one of the testimonial from one of the schools that currently based in Enugu State, um, Nigeria. That currently based in Enugu State, Nigeria. And I'm going to show up that. I'm going to show up that in the next few minutes. So just calmly watch the testimonial video. Watch the testimonial video.
My name is Nena Anametu. I'm the proprietress, Treasure School, Enugu State, Nigeria, located at 2 Awoda Crescent, Achara Layout. Our school started operation 5 years ago, and since then we have been growing in size. So a time came in our school, we were looking for to see how we can actually introduce a system. We are not anywhere in the world. Nobody knew where Treasure Nest was. You can never go online and you click on Treasure Nest, any information will come out. So actually looking for a website and looking for how we can integrate our result there. That was how I started going out looking for schools. See, I discovered Smart School in Enugu here, owned by Mr. Chinonso. And since that day, it has been a beautiful experience. At Treasure Nest School, we use Smart School technology. It's all-in-one school management software that's actually impacted so much in our school. It has made result formulation quite easy. It has also made the teachers, we have an online attendance. It has made assignments. It has even made lesson notes implementation and writing for the teachers much easier. So it's all in one software for school management that's really impacted in a positive way in our school administrative processes. Let me see, Smart School, the most beneficial for our school operation has been the results. Those days we used to have this sketchy result sheet that has it was not looking that professional, that attractive, and most of the time there were mistakes in calculation. But with Smart School, the results are being cumulated the way it ought to be. The calculation is actually accurate, and they will get our results, and the parents are really happy about it. And the fun thing about it is the photos of the children appearing with the results. That is the best. And another thing, the feature, and I love is the CBT. The CBT is really a smart, it's really a smart school process that I love because it allows you to actually time the question for the children. And I like the way it actually shuffles the question for the children. So the child A has number one in number one, while the child B has number one in number three. So that is the most beneficial thing that I love about smart school technology. One thing I love about smart school is the academic record of every child. Term to term, we keep on advancing in the record of every child at Treasure Nest School. Like last term, we have the first term grade, second term grade, and third term grade of a child. So at the end of the term, it cumulates it and gives us the average grade points of every child. And that thing that we have the record of every child, their name, their full name, the date, their birthday, their address. So it helps us when we want the record of every child. We just click on to our website and we get to see everything about the child, and it's really awesome. That question. When it comes to challenges, it's always, you always find it in every aspect of our lives. We have challenges in our home, in our workplace, even in our own private life. Yes, have actually seen challenges using the software, but the good thing about it is that it's just a one call away. Once any of those challenges come, you just call Mr. Chino. So it's there to attend to you 24/7. Even at night, there was a time I had issues with actually with the results implementation. I had to call him around 10 o'clock. He picked up. We were able to resolve it before morning. So when it comes to challenges, yes, I've seen challenges, but it's something that with smart school technology, you don't really have much challenges because they are always a one click away to solve our problem with the IT. Teachers and parents relationship, has it improved with smart school? Yes, it has really improved. Our parents are happy. They can actually communicate straight with the class teachers of their pupils of the school. Then And we always receive very positive feedback. The most important thing is the parents, they always find it intriguing to see the result with their children's picture. It's a personalized experience. You know, this is my child's result because the picture is there. I'm seeing my child there. So that is one beautiful thing that Smart School all-in-one school management software has done for us. When it comes to time saving and specific cost using Smart School, it has really saved us so much headache in wrong implementation of results. It has even saved us cost and time in terms of we are going to have to keep on erasing and trying to reprint results, and then you're not getting the cumulative point average. So it has really helped us. It makes it so easy that all our children record are being kept in our database using our cloud, the school cloud. So we have our results. Even in the next 10 years, a parent can come into school to ask for their child's result. We still produce it. So with Smart School, you are sure of getting everything that you need for your child. Smart School is user friendly. We just had to go for just a training, and that training did it for us. The teachers are able to actually impute the results on their own. We don't have to keep on running helter skelter and telling them. They all have their own password, so they can, from the comfort of their home, impute the results of every child in their class, and it has actually helped unify the school. Ladies and gentlemen, school is still using the manual method of cumulative results. To me, it's a no-no in the 21st century because I'm sure when you have a file, you keep on storing information using the paperwork. It's not really advisable because anything can happen to it. But if you store whatever you have in your school in a system, in an IT, in a cloud, years to come, nothing will actually happen to it. The children result they are actually safe, and it makes this the paperless term in school to actually take place because you don't need to keep on buying papers and trying to do a lot of the paperwork. Everything actually is inside the Smart School, from teachers' record, from school record, from class record, from exams to lesson notes to everything, even to mails from the school management to the staff. Everything you need to run your school, you find it at Smart School.
All right, this is where we are going to draw the curtain to a close. I hope you enjoyed that video, and this is one of the testimonial from one of the schools using our software. So tomorrow I'll be showing you a big demo of how the software works. Tomorrow I'll be showing you a big demo on how the software works. So I'm going to drop a message in the WhatsApp group. Please respond, keep on responding, keep on responding, keep on responding. If you know a school owner that is not in the training section that you would like to incorporate, you can also send me a message and share the group link, share the broadcast message to them. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Dan. Thank you, Mr. Let me not pronounce it. Thank you. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your effort. See you guys tomorrow, the same time by 7 p.m. tomorrow. By the grace of God, we are not going to start late tomorrow. Everything is going to work as planned. So in the group, I'm going to share what feature would you like us to discuss tomorrow. Anything. Our software has over 40 to 60 features, different features. Which one specifically is do your school need? Which one? So see you guys tomorrow, same time, same platform. Still going to share the group link for you to invite your co-staff for them to learn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.